So when I say Salesforce, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Probably CRM, right? And hey, you're not wrong, but that's not the whole story, not even close. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and show you what makes Salesforce a true platform and why its real power is so much more than just managing customer data. So let me ask you, do you think Salesforce is just for managing customer relationships? Come on, be honest. It's a super common idea, but it's kind of like saying a smartphone is only good for making phone calls. I mean, yeah, it does that, but you'd be missing out on a whole universe of other amazing stuff. Okay, let me put it another way. Think about the difference between a model house and your home. A model house is nice, right? It's got all the basics, but it's not really yours. It doesn't have your pictures on the wall or your favorite comfy chair. Standard software is that model house. But the Salesforce platform, that gives you the blueprint and all the tools to build your absolute dream home, one that's a perfect fit for your business. All right, so let's start with that model house. All the awesome stuff that Salesforce gives you right out of the box. And what you get is pretty incredible. I mean, look at this. You need to manage sales? You've got leads and opportunities. Need to help your customers? There's cases and communities. Got to work on the go? There's the mobile app. It's all there. Collaboration, marketing, even automating tasks with Flow Builder. This is the solid foundation, the move-in ready house that any business can start with from day one. But here's the real kicker, and this quote just nails it. The magic, the real power, starts when you move beyond those standard features. The platform is literally designed for you to build on top of it, to create the custom tools and processes that make your company, well, your company. So to really see this in action, let's take a look at a company called Dream House Realty. They're doing some really cool things in the real estate world, and yep, you guessed it, they're using Salesforce to make it happen. Okay, so in our little story here, we've got two main characters. First, there's Michelle. She's the broker, she's out there on the front lines, and she has a very specific business need. And then we have D'Angelo. He's the Salesforce admin, the wizard behind the curtain, who can turn Michelle's ideas into reality on the platform. So here's the problem Dreamhouse is facing. A standard CRM just isn't cutting it for them. I mean, they're a real estate company. They need to track properties. They need to track specific buyer info, loan details, not just the usual leads and opportunities. Their model house needs some serious custom renovations. So how does D'Angelo pull this off? Well, to understand his magic trick, we first need to get a handle on the basic building blocks he's working with, the core components of the Salesforce platform. Okay, so at its very, very heart, Salesforce is a database. The easiest way to think about it is like a giant, super-powered spreadsheet. Every single piece of your company's information lives here, all safe, secure, and perfectly organized. And this right here is a perfect example of how that data actually comes to life. We're looking at the custom app that Dreamhouse built. We're going to use this screen to break down a few key terms, so stick with me. First up, we have what are called objects. You see those tabs at the top of the screen? Properties, contacts. Each one of those is an object. Think of them like separate sheets or tables in our giant spreadsheet, each one holding a specific kind of information. Okay, so if an object is the table, then a record is just a single row in that table. See the property listed here, contemporary city living? That's one record inside the properties object. Simple, right? And finally, we have fields. If records are the rows, fields are the columns. They hold all the little details for each record. Things like address or asking price, those are all fields. So remember, objects, records, and fields. They're the Lego bricks for everything we build in Salesforce. Okay, now that we've got the lingo down, let's watch D'Angelo use these building blocks to solve Michelle's problem. And here's the coolest part. He is not going to write a single line of code. Not one. So let's just quickly refresh our memory on the problem. Michelle, our broker, needs a really simple, really fast way to see if a potential home buyer has been pre-qualified for a loan. This is super important info that helps her do her job better. How is this possible without code? It's all thanks to something called no-code development. Instead of typing out lines and lines of complex code, admins like D'Angelo can use simple visual tools, forms, drag and drop, that kind of thing. It's an incredibly powerful way to make big changes, and you don't have to be a programmer to do it. So what does D'Angelo actually do? You're going to love how simple this is. He just goes into the setup menu, finds the contact object, clicks Add a new field, chooses checkbox from a list of options, and then he just types in the label pre-qualified. A few clicks, he hits save, and that's it. He's done. A few clicks to add a checkbox? You might be thinking, okay, what's the big deal? Well, hold on, because this is where the true power of the platform just blows you away. Because with just those few clicks, D'Angelo's change isn't just saved on his computer. No, it is instantly live for everyone across the entire organization. There's no waiting, no complicated deployment process. It's just there immediately. And here it is. Take a look. On a regular contact record, you can see that brand new, pre-qualified checkbox ready to go. Michelle can now track this super important piece of information for every single client she has. Now, this is what's truly amazing. Think about everything that happened automatically in the background. D'Angelo only added one little field, but the platform, it instantly put it into the user interface for everyone to see. It made it available for reports and dashboards. It even pushed the update to the Salesforce mobile app. All of that instantly with zero extra work from him. And really, that's what it all comes down to. This seamless, powerful ability to change and adapt the software to your company's exact needs, and to do it quickly and easily. That is the power of the Salesforce platform. So I want to leave you with a question to think about. Think about the software you use every single day at your job. If you could add just one piece of information, one custom field, one checkbox, with just a few clicks to make your work easier, what would it be? That's the kind of powerful thinking the platform makes possible.